And it is something unimaginable that this could be done by anyone in this civilized world. And they continue that this has left other citizens in the area shaken. So, many Ahmadis have also watched this video, and whoever has watched it, they have written this to me, that they could not watch beyond 1 minute or so of this video. One lady wrote to me that I watched this video secretly away from my children, and I started crying, and the children became apprehensive that what has happened to our mother, why is she crying? Similarly, an Algerian Ahmadi came to meet me, and as soon as this incident was mentioned, he started weeping bitterly. It was such a dreadful spectacle that a person cannot endure it. But these people have even hardened the hearts of their children, so much so that they were standing there cheering it on. The New York Times, the Financial Times, they have all featured the same news. The Jakarta Post, which is their newspaper, one of its writers has written an article in which he writes that the fresh attacks on the members of Jamaat Ahmadiyya, whatever reason it may have occurred, it makes plain that in our society, for the minority groups, there are no civilized sentiments or consideration whatsoever. Whilst these Ahmadis and also other groups played an equal role in the establishment of our country. He writes that this sorrowful incident can never be removed from the history of Indonesia. Then he writes that as for those who claim that the teachings of Ahmadiyyat are non-Islamic, and this is why they have no right to live, all such people have strayed from the right path. He writes that the new thought and forward-thinking ideas in Indonesia in the 20th century have been provided by Ahmadi scholars. And he continues that our leaders, including the President Sukarno, they have studied the translation of the Holy Quran written by the scholar of Jamaat Ahmadiyya. It was that Holy Quran through which he obtained comprehension of it and through which he increased in knowledge. Then he writes that we are certainly very grateful to this minority group. The services of Jamaat Ahmadiyya for this country are invaluable. So Hazur says this is the summary of this article that I just presented. And this writer is a lecturer of the Yogyakarta Islamic University. So anyhow, Jakarta Post, Jakarta Globe and other newspapers have all published news with regard to this. And they have very strongly condemned this act and incident, and have vigorously drawn the attention of the government. So at least this courage is found in the media and educated people there, that they have raised this voice against this injustice. There are people who speak out. From some of these people who express their opinion, we can hope for the betterment of the nation. If only the same courage were born in the educated people of Pakistan as well as the press of Pakistan. Opposition to Jamaat Ahmadiyya in Indonesia is not anything new, as has always been the way of established governments against divinely sanctioned Jamaats, and also the way of Satan with them. So Jamaat Ahmadiyya has continually been opposed in one way or another, in particular in Islamic countries, and this continues frequently. In Indonesia, this opposition against the Jamaat existed since its inception and establishment there. The mullah has always been deviated from the right path. And the mullah has always opposed the Jamaat in Indonesia. So this has always been the way of the mullah. Whatever country he may be in, he will not accept the truth because they have vested interests. They believe that if they accept the truth, then their income will cease and they themselves will become devalued or insignificant. and the truth regarding their knowledge will also be made evident. Nonetheless, today I would like to present a brief introduction to the history of Indonesia and also persecution. Then I will also mention the martyrs later. The revival of Islam in Indonesia and the inception of Ahmadiyyat in Indonesia, it occurred in an amazing manner according to divine will. The country of Indonesia have this pride and this honor that 4 members went to the headquarters in Galdian and accepted Ahmadiyya themselves. They had the fortune to do this. No missionary was